Thank you very much for staying. Welcome back. Now, grieved customers of defunct gold dealership Men's Gold today stormed the premises of the Independence Day celebration in Kumasi. Though they were unable to gain entry to the stadium proper, the customers clad in red and white drew attention on the locked-up funds and why government has abandoned them. Their move was part of a protest that they have been neglected in the government's payment of customers of financial services. Leader and Ashanti chairman of the group, Arnold Tamaklu, spoke with Love Business after the protest.
So one after the other, numbering about 20, they marched as though they were part of the March Past parade.
Surprisingly, we can see some aggrieved persons who have also come here and tell everybody that they are not happy with what is happening with them. This is the aggrieved members of Men's Gold.
And this is our version. This is our own version of the celebration of the independence of Ghana. Because we believe that we have been made slaves in our own country, defeating the freedom and the justice which is found in our coat of arms, which is the motto of this country. This is because we have our funds locked up in Men's Gold for the past 2 years. We have sent petitions to our president. He's aware of this. All leaders of our country are aware of what is happening to us, but none is prepared to listen to our plight. And the man at the center of all of this controversy, Nana Appiah Mensah, is giving state protection. So we believe that we'll be made slaves in our own country. There is no justice. The independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is tied with the total justice given to the oppressed and the rejected one in society. So we believe that we've been marginalized, we've been treated unfairly. We don't understand why all these financial institutions who have their funds locked up are being paid, but Men's Gold have been left out.
So why do you think continuing with this protest can yield any result at all?
Good. Of what they are saying, that we are not captured under the laws, it's a fallacy, it's untrue. Per the laws of this country, the state agencies, the security agencies, the police, the CID, and the Securities and Exchange Commission have a duty to protect investors' funds. But per law, when a business is set up and the business is not regulated under the laws, the state has only 2 months to shut the company down. But Men's Gold has been in operation for 5 good years.
By doing this, protesting on the streets, Independence Day, how do you expect your grievances to be heard?
We had planned to enter there and then march with this banner to show to the president and all the state elders that we are actually aggrieved and we are dying. When the president and the state authorities go to their bed tonight, as they are watching the video, the clip from this particular occasion, they will have the opportunity to also watch this and they will reflect on this.
All right, so from after this, what next?
Like the coming of Christ, we shall continue to protest. We shall continue to protest legitimately until our requests are met.
Which is what?
The payment of our locked-up investments in Men's Gold. The state has an inherent responsibility to make sure that our funds are reimbursed to us.
Thank you very much. I've been speaking to one of the leaders of the aggrieved customers of Men's Gold, and on this very special day, they've decided to protest on the streets of the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, where the 63rd Independence Day is taking place. My name is Prince Appiah, reporting from Kumasi.
And back here in Accra, the huge crowd at this year's Adom Fufu Party attracted scores of businesses who took advantage to do brisk business. One of the requirements for anybody to participate in the Fufu Party is to have an earthenware dish locally known as a sanka. Many dealers, some of who came from as far as Bono and Ahafo regions, displayed their wares at the forecourt of Joy FM. There's more in this report.
So it's the third edition of the Adom Fufu Party, and several people are here in their numbers to enjoy the sumptuous meals made available. Well, it's a party, but it's also a business avenue for many, and we're going to see how people are cashing in big here.
Some healthcare service providers, beverage producers, food companies and street hawkers with various wares were among the many businesses that showed up for this year's Fufu celebration. Although most people were in for the Fufu, others used the opportunity to make purchases from the numerous products on sale. For some vendors, the gathering was not just an opportunity to make sales, but also to advertise their products and services. Saeed Ismail from Osikafo Health Center explains that providing free health screening was a great chance to showcase their business.
We've realized that this is a very important occasion that we have to advertise our products and our center. At least when you come and you eat, you also need to take, what we are doing is to take a free screening. So you need to know the status of your health. And also we prescribe the recommended medicine for you.
Some hawkers in and around the vicinity also came in their numbers to cash in on the event. Kwabnata is a retailer who was hoping to do good business.
This event is always patronized by a lot of people. I was here last year and I made good sales. This year I'm back and I'm hoping for the best, despite there are many other traders like me.
Perhaps the big gainers for the day were the Asanka traders, some of who sold over 300 pieces. There was, however, a variety of earthenware dishes with prices ranging between 40 and 2 cedis.
Today I brought a variety of Asanka to sell. The biggest one, which can feed about 10 people, goes for 40 cedis. The next size goes for 25 cedis. With as low as 2 cedis, you can get one.
And here what 3 cedis? Oh, yaton bet 200 there yaton. And you want it, and you need yaton Japan, and then Yama.
Aside the Asanka, I also sell other local containers such as a calabash and clay pots, as well as ladders and wooden spoons. This is my first time here at the Adom Fufu party, and I must say, sales have been good. So far, I've sold over 300 pieces.
200, 300.
If you missed this edition, then you may have to wait another year for the official Independence Day party. For Joy Business, Karen Dude.
Ghana Passport Office is encouraging middlemen, popularly known as Goro boys, to desist from what officials say are illegalities and rather explore opportunities provided by the digitized system. Director of Passports Francis Kutia says the new digitization system will compel middlemen to start businesses to assist applicants in processing their online applications. Prince Appiah was at the commissioning of the new passport office in Kumasi and now reports.
For many years, middlemen known as Goro boys have created many challenges for the Office of the Passport Services. As the office strengthens digitization of its processes, officials are advising the Goro boys to engage in legitimate business. Director of Passports Francis Kutia spoke to Love Business at the commissioning of the new passport application center.
The intermediaries, or the middlemen, or the Goro boys, as we term it in our local parlance, it is not just the premium pack per se, which is intended to rid them of their activities. It is the whole idea of digitizing passport acquisition. We also anticipate that maybe this will open up a business opportunity for people to undertake the processing or completion of the online application process on behalf of people for a token fee. So this, we anticipate, will open up legitimate business opportunities for people. You open a small kiosk, you have a computer hooked up to the internet, you register it with a registrar of companies, you charge a token, you make yourself well known to the passport office, they regularize your activities and ensure that your activities are within the laws of the country, so that you do not allow people who are not supposed to acquire Ghana passport to acquire passport. Once you do this, at the end of the day, we expect that the activities of the intermediaries would either be eliminated or be minimized to the point that is acceptable to all of us.
Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, Mohammed Habibu Tijani, says the initiative will provide better and efficient passport services.
Considering the large number of passport applications that are received daily at the Kumasi Application Center, which I've been informed is over 400 applications per day. Indeed, such a huge volume of applications pose a challenge to the Kumasi Park. The main objective of the Premium Center is to leverage technology to enhance passport acquisition process and delivery to Ghanaians and to complement the work of the existing passport application centers.
He also advised the public against using fraudulent means to apply for the passports.
I also wish to caution the general public to desist from engaging in fraudulent activities which undermines the integrity of the Ghana passport, such as the use of forged documents in applying for passports. These are punishable by law, and persons found engaging in such activities will be made to face the full rigors of the law.
The Kumasi Passport Premium Center started operations in November 2019 and is the second center to be established in the country. Prince Apia reporting.
Let's still stay in Kumasi. Now, agrochemicals use has become central to crop farming in Ghana, especially food production, as food production increases. There are, however, concerns about the negative impact on biodiversity and the ecosystem. Herbal medicine practitioners who depend largely on flora to grow their industry want researchers to pay attention to the issue to protect public health. Chief Executive of MY Ventures, Dr. Yusuf Caesar, says agric extension officers must lead a crusade to reduce the risk of food contamination. Nana Sensu Mensah has more in this report.
Farmers are exposed to chemicals with little or no knowledge about how to protect themselves and the crops they seek to cultivate. Dr. Caesar believes, besides public health, the environment could be under serious threat if the system remains unregulated. He calls for what he describes as a responsible application of agrochemicals, a crusade he says lies in the domain of the Agriculture Ministry.
Most of the farmers are handling chemicals that they have no knowledge, deep knowledge of. Maybe their main aim for buying those chemicals is just to expel insects so that they don't destroy their good harvest. Yes, but beyond that, some of these chemicals were to be supervised by extension officers who are trained about these chemicals and who can teach these farmers to do their job very well. So much as we are advising the farmers, we advise extension officers from the agric departments to boost themselves very well to ensure that the nation take food that is free from chemicals.
Dr. Caesar spoke to Love Business after receiving a special citation in his honor at the 70th anniversary climax of T.I. Ahmadiyya Senior High School. It is in recognition of his contribution to education.
We've been able to use our social corporate responsibility to assist institutions like T.I. Amas, and fortunately on our side, on the occasion of their 70th anniversary, we were awarded. We were given an award, a citation, and we are proud. We thank the Almighty Allah for putting us there. And we believe that much as we supported the T.I. Amas in their endeavor of winning consistently their interco for the last 10 years, we believe there is a reciprocal way that we will also, grow.
For JoyNews, Nana Sensu Mensah reporting.
Let's turn attention to the Upper East region. The Nara Rural Bank, based in that region, says it is committed to enhancing its risk and compliance issues in order to safeguard the resources of depositors, according to manager of the bank, Samuel Namog. This is to further safeguard resources of the bank and assure customers of safe and convenient banking. The Nara Rural Bank has also launched the Nara Child Education Trust account to climax its 29th annual general meeting of the bank. Here's a report by JoyNews Upper East correspondent Albert Sorry.
Nara Rural Bank Limited currently has 8 branches located in 5 districts of the Upper East region. Ahead of its 29th annual general meeting, manager of the bank, Samuel Namog, spoke to JoyNews about the achievements of the bank in the year under review.
We were able to perform and get the best rural bank deposit-taking institution in Ghana. And let me also talk about the minimum capital, which apart from the threshold of 1 million, Nara Rural Bank was able to double that threshold and made stated capital of 2,067,000.
He said this year, one of the key objectives of Nara Rural Bank is to strengthen its risk and compliance issues.
We are not looking at the risk aspect. The banking sector is now complicated. The system is now sophisticated. So we are looking at empowering our risk and compliance issues to be able to safeguard the resources of our depositors, to safeguard the resources of the bank, so that at least people will bank their money in a very safe and a convenient manner, so that they will not be losing their monies. So we'll be looking at strengthening our compliance issues. We'll be looking at strengthening the security of our customers' money. We'll also
This year's annual general meeting of shareholders of the Nara Rural Bank Limited, the 29th in the series, was held at Navrongo. Robert Simple Atiru is the board chairman of the bank.
The bank maintained a satisfactory rating by the Bank of Ghana and the Efficiency Monitoring Unit of the ARB FS Bank. Your bank continued to be first among the northern rural and community banks in terms of total assets, deposits, net worth, loans and advances, and profitability.
Upper East Regional Minister Tangoba Abayage said government was committed to ensuring a favorable working environment for the banking sector.
I am informed that the Nara Rural Bank has the widest coverage within the region, and this helps to bring banking to the doorsteps of the rural people. Our doors are open to you for any discussion that brings about growth to the Nara Rural Bank in particular and the region in general.
To climax the 29th annual general meeting of the Nara Rural Bank, the Nara Child Education Trust account was launched. This is a product of the bank designed to empower parents and guardians to save towards the education of their wards. For JoyNews, Albert Sorry, reporting from Navrongo.
And this is where we wrap up this Independence Day edition of Business Live. Many thanks for your company. My name is Imano Abuaji. Have a good evening.